G'day everybody, welcome to today's stream. I'm your host Mitch, you can call me Taz, and this fool forgot to press the go live button. I've been live for about 10 minutes now. Great. Anywho, welcome to today's stream. Today we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator because I realised, oh my gosh, I can be returned with the greatest version of one of my favourite planes, the BAE 146. Now, I have to be honest, I never knew that Just Flight even released this aircraft. Not the 146 or the Avro, but the Avro 100 QT. That's what we're going to fly today. Now, the Avro 100 QT never existed, but it also did exist, and that's why it's a bit weird. So, just a little history. The 146 is the original, and then the Avro is the modernized version with the equivalent of a 737-400's cockpit. Now, something that is what it makes this plane fake but real at the same time is when Just Flight released it, they said they weren't going to put the modern panels in the 146. They wanted to keep the olds and the new, so there were two separate products. Well, in the case of Australia, these planes are really special, and that's why they still thrive down here, is because they are the best combi planes that we have available in Australia. These planes also, given how quiet they were known as whisper jets for a reason, give it the capacity to perform in Australia, and especially on the east coast, past the curfew times. Famously, Sydney has a curfew that starts at midnight. No plane is allowed to take off or land past midnight, except for a few special missions. Aeromedical, specifically the RFDS or Life Flight, or special cargo operations, and that's what we're going to fly today. The 146 can do this because, well, one, it's really low to the ground, which makes it great for unloading, offloading, but two, is it's so easy with the 146 to get everything, get all the seats, overnight time, rip all the seats out, and then throw all the seats back in. Now, where you'll see it a lot, excuse my English, is in Sydney. And what they'll do is they'll fly into Sydney, do their final operations, fly out to Bankstown, which is only like 26 miles away, something like that, lands there, change out, strip the plane out, and then fly the 26 miles back to Sydney Airport to start cargo operations for the night. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick flight down from Brisbane down to Sydney, about 1 hour 9 minutes air time, and I have to say they've done a pretty bloody good job. Well, the 146 was actually the first aircraft that I bought ever, and I adore it. Now, because of my mistake, we're already loaded. But what we'll do here, one thing that does need to be admired is beautiful Brisbane city skyline, and then Microsoft mop. The Brisbane airport, this is Orbex's Brisbane V2, looks really good, but it's pretty much the same, if not identical, to the one that we have in X-Plane. They release at the same time, just one's got MSFS graphics, one's got X-Plane graphics, but the interiors are both unrealistic but also the same for both sims. Now, something also unrealistic we're going to do is we're going to enjoy the 146, but to enjoy the beauty of MSFS, we're going to be flying out of 19 left. Now, the wind conditions currently at Brisbane actually permit it. It is the better runway to go through. But currently our night, because it's night time, the operations for it are actually going out over the ocean on 01 right, and then doing the turn on Saneg 1, and then going south. We're not going to do that. we're going to do the SANEG 2 departure on 19 left, because the wind's permitted. But what it means is that we're going to be flying pretty much straight ahead, straight past the city. So it'll be a good visual experience, let's just say that. Now, this is where I will also apologise, because I would have shown you all of this, and I was going to show you all the SimBrief integration, and I will actually show it to you. But when it comes to the flight plan, I've already done it. I've already set up the flight plan, I've set up everything. And the plane is just loaded. So I think we're going to focus more on the later part of everything. So getting us up in the air, getting us ready. Now, one of the big things with the 146 is the Boeing 737-400 cockpit. Actually, if you want to fly the 146 or the Avros, the checklist you use is the same as a Boeing 737-400 because it's the same cockpit. I've already got through our cockpit preparation check, so we're going to do crew at station checks. Pins and covers were all on board, aircraft log was checked, park brake is set. Fuel quantity and flow meters, fuel quantity 33 in each, lovely. And you can easily switch over to fuel flow. Awesome. Altimeters aren't set, I don't believe. And this is where one of the benefits of MSFS comes in, which I do want to see more of coming to X-Plane, is I can just go here and I have the Navigraph Charts app just immediately available and available to be opened. We'll also make sure we are on full live weather. Beautiful. Because of that, what we're going to do, we're going to go, I don't want to actually see the OFP. I want to go to Brisbane information. And I would like to open the airport. Go to weather. 130 at 13 knots, 1017. Okay, so that is actually already set. Perfect. Altimeters set, pressurization is checked. We are currently at 20 feet. We're not going to touch that. IRSs are aligned, FMS is checked because I've just actually got everything sorted, and you can see that right here. And flight guidance is checked. Beautiful. Takeoff data has not been done, trims have not been done, and takeoff briefing has not been done. What we're going to do, side cargo can come off. Full packs and stairs can start being closed. What we're going to do, come up here and just say grounds, starting APU. Make sure the inner pump is on, and APU to start. TUT building in the grain and falling. Forgot you can't move around the cockpit if you don't press shift. Which, whereas in X-Plane, if you press shift, you're not going to be able to do anything. Cool, in the green, so APU definitely be on. We'll get packs 1 and 2 on. And we'll put on recircs. For now, APU gen coming on, and in the green. Come off external power. Which means we'll ask ground. Remove ground power, please. Slowly but surely we'll start seeing the ground power removed. Like so. And we'll almost be set. This plane is a really quick plane to get set up. What we're going to do, push this in fully. See master lights and all the warning lights come on. Pull that out. And all we've got is the low fuel pressure. Fuel warning is because we don't have all the fuel pumps on. Ice protection because it's off currently. And that's all that. So we'll come to init ref. And what we're going to do, our aircraft, our ZFW is 338. So 33.8. Our reserves are going to be 2 tons. Our cruise altitude for this flight is going to be flight level 300. Execute. And if we go to the next page, which should be perf. Nope. No, that is it. Yeah. Okay. So basically that's all done. Now, how you actually go about getting all of your data, like for the departure and all that, your VREF speeds and all that, you come over here. We'll click flaps 18 and 138 is already set. I know on this departure, if we actually go over here, go to charts. And can I do it on the en route charts? Let me see. Aircraft. No, charts. En route charts. No. Is that? No. I need to go airport charts. We'll go YBBN. Some buttons just been pressed. Okay. That comes up. Those come in. Awesome. Don't need any of those. Search that. I forgot this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can't use the keyboard. And we're going to use the Saneg to departure. So we'll come over to seat. Saneg to INAV departure. So, our max climb when we're going on a heading of 196 is 220 knots to Dadan. So once we pass 600, direct Dadan, 220 knots. Once we pass that, climb to 250 under 10,000. So we'll set this to 220 because this is a competent auto throttle system. We will go with a reduced takeoff. And our reduction today is going to be flaps. It's going to be, if I set it to temperature, 50 degrees, so that comes to 86.5 N1, no worries. Get our secondary ADI set, lovely, and everything, and VHF navs can come on, and our first waypoint. I think I'm being a little strange here. If I open Navigraph Charts app, I can better show you. It's 374 for Brombleton, which is our ADF. So let's come down here. We'll set 374. There we go. And our transponder can go onto transponder. And our radios will set to 1. Oh no, that's how you switch them around. So 122.8. Very nice. It's all sorted, and our maps are on VNav. Plan, and we'll go down to 5 miles for that one, and 40 miles over there. But the radar can come on by this point, and we're going to switch it up to 5 degrees. Well, that's done now. Let's come over here and aircraft, remove the chocks. grounds, remove the chocks. With all that set, engine masters come on, beacon light comes on, and ground Qantas. Oh, I should actually remember this, shouldn't I? Come out here. Okay, ground Qantas 0815's engine start. So engine 4, start engine. Wait for 15%. Now you can actually, if you have the perfect conditions, get all 4 engines started in 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we're above 15, so introduce fuel. Hey, Snacks, how are you doing, mate? That looks to be a good engine start. Sure does. There we go. Now she's coming up. Little warm, but she'll be okay. Now, waste not, what not. Come back in here. Engine 3 can come to start. Boys, come on. Wait for 15%. Use fuel. She's definitely rotating. Should get our entry lights off by this point. Good light up. Engine 2 start. Oh, seems like the perfect time, Stacks. Seems like the perfect time. Both 15. Introduce fuel. Fuel introduced, and you see this, the EGT just go whack straight up. EGT is still rising. It's going to go a little higher than 409. And then, yes, the N2's rising. And I'll just finish right at the top of the grain, EGT falling, so that's perfect. And engine 1, so the final engine tonight. Wave 15. 13, 14, 15, and introduce fuel. The audio pack for this plane is nothing short of phenomenal. Hi Tita. Can't get over how small the wings are for such a wide fuselage. Mind you, they were doing 3 abreast seating, so 3-3 config. Same as an A320. Now with all those started, let's come back up here. Make sure all of our generators come on. Galley power is on. Engine 3 pump and engine 2 pumps comes on. P2U can come off, AC pump comes off. No smoking signs already on. Beacon lights are on, nav lights are on. And everything is looking good. Engine air can come on. And screen heat and pitot heat can come on. Continuous ignition for both the engines come on, and engines selector comes off. Start master comes off, and we'll first remove APU gen, which means that's entirely off the engines and APU can come off. Disregard that. Now we are all sorted. That's all sorted, and that's our overhead lighting, which we definitely want. And that's looking good as well. Coming over here. Panel floodlight. I like it a little darker. And the lights can come on. Just a bit better night vision. Awesome, that's all set. Initial course is going to be 296. We'll set this over to 296 as well. Something I don't like with MSFS is it just jumps to whatever random number it wants. There we go. Initial altitude is 10,000 before we climb to flight level 300. It's, well, actually that's a lot better. That's the OFP. We'll go back out here, go to charts. Actually, do we want to go to charts or no? We'll go to map. But I don't think you can actually change the map provider over. Anywho, what we're going to do, come up here, tab, just use the default MSFS maps, I guess. Maps. That doesn't work as well. Great. Okay. Last way to do it. Come over to charts. Zoom up to us. And we're going to taxi via Lima, Alpha, until Alpha 3. Brisbane traffic at a Qantas 1318, taxiing via Lima, Alpha, hold short runway 34 at Alpha 3. Okay, that's all done. Parking brake coming off. And a sharp left turn. Hey, sim, sure is. Those flaps coming out. Beautiful. To follow this across, we'll get those flight directors on and we'll get the auto throttle armed. And here's the connecting taxiway over here. Which I have to say, the sim has made it really difficult to see. And straight across. Something I do appreciate with this plane, it turns. But also being so low to the ground doesn't mean you're going a lot faster than you think. Awesome, so everything is on. Not my checklist lighting though, but oh well. Generator sets, brake fans can come to auto now, because we are moved away from the ground crew. And conditioning is on, auto throttles are armed, flaps 18 selected, flight controls were checked, and signal is cleared. Awesome. Such a fantastic... Yeah, see what all this is, the 4-engine 737, and that's why it's better. Awesome, all those on, lights are all okay, logo light is definitely on, beacon lights are on. Cabin airs, packs are on, beautiful, APU air is on, and engine air is on. Oh, sim. Yikes, yeah, I I relate. Oh, I've got work tomorrow night, I think. And then in a few weeks, I'll be moving. Well, not moving, but I'll be going over to Malaysia. See family, and then after Malaysia, I'll probably be in Japan. Or I will be in Japan for a little bit. Now, do not ask me whoever designed this taxiway. It's ridiculous. Like, why do we need a big S-shaped one? Oh, that's another thing I can actually show you guys. If we come out here, we go settings, advanced options, develop modes. I've been doing a little bit of tweaking, but given how bad the A350 is, look at this. Display FPS there. We're using 12 gigs of VRAM, right? We're at night time though, we've got high graphics loads and all that set. And that's 60 FPS. I think that's with frame gen. But not too bad given we're at night in the city. Yeah, well, Snacks, that's the thing, is where they've put the cargo is so far behind literally anywhere that, yeah, it's kind of a desired effect to speed. Because if you taxi from here and you have to go into the other runway, so the new one that they've built, it can take you like 10 minutes in just pure taxi time. Oh, there's the train. We're freight ops, we need to be out of here quick for everyone. But when we take off, the sound of this aircraft is going to be nothing short of awesome. That's really the reason I love it. And that's the thing, is it's really loud, it's really grumbly for us in the cockpit, in the plane. Yet you hear this plane outside of it, and it's quiet, you can't hear it. The taxi checklist, we do have ATC clearance. Thrust takeoff diode is set and reduced to +50 degrees Celsius. Flaps 18 is set and our speeds have already been put in. VR is at 134, V2 138. Takeoff briefing was completed, config is checked, master warning system. Oh, what was that button? Here we go. Config check, no bell. So not issue. And the cabin is secured. Mostly because it's just us two. Come to the next checklist. System checks, engine. Yep, all of these are set. Preparations are. None of those are takeoff checklist. Then you can actually put your custom charts here. But I think I would love to see charts being able to be put there and with some paper look to them. Gonna remove the bar up top. Where is it? Advanced options. And one thing I do miss, and I have to say I really miss, is just being able to have the chart, or like Navigraph IFR maps, or taxi maps open, because I don't want to use the Jefferson ones. I don't like the Jefferson ones at all. So I would like the mouse to work on this. We're going to coming out to Alpha 3. Bravo 3, next one's Alpha 3. Well, let's say we're cleared for takeoff. Get the landing lights on. Strobes coming on. Wing lights coming on. And transponder set to TARA. Set, and how do you get this clock set again? There's a way to do it. Hey Luke, let's line up Alpha 3. Brisbane traffic, Qantas 1315, lining up, runway 27 or 19 left. Awesome, so that's all set. Let's come outside here. And let's get ready to go. Snacks, I am not on VATSIM, I'm just keeping it in practice. Awesome, that's all set. Auto throttle arms.
Check thrust.
Thrust checked. Bit of forward pressure.
Thrust set.
That's it.
Airspeed alive.
Sure is.
$80 knots.
80 knots. Checked.
Go. Rotate.
Don't want the rear end coming out too much. Positive rate. Gear up. Oh yeah. And goodbye Brisbane Airport. Lower that nose down a little bit. Go over to max continuous thrust. Means we can actually chuck the engines up just that little bit more. And now that we're passing 600s, left hand turn to DIDNT. If I can find it. And slowly climbing on up. Though as you can see, we're a little heavy given that we are struggling with speed. V1 was caught actually where it should be. That was our V1 speed. So let's lower that nose a little bit. Keep it in that gentle climb. And we're going to move towards getting our flaps up. There's the city of Brisbane out there. Arrivederci. city that I'm in very, very, very frequently. Do have to love the 146 being the slug that it will. And LNAV. Keep nose down. Now let's get that speed up. Set a right hand turn to Dennis.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Flaps coming up. Beautiful. And in this case, nav1 autopilot coming on. And now that we are actually past Dennis, we can start accelerating up to 250 knots. Now, one thing that this plane has, unlike the other one, or the TU-134 or TU-154, is a VS vertical speed. So I can actually bring this down to about 700. We'll set it to a normal climb thrust as well. Come to 250 knots, and then we'll chuck it back. Let's check the chat. No worries, Snacks. Yeah, well, we got really close in the end there, but hey, we made use of it. Going to 250 now, and we'll climb up now. Hey, good Sim, you have a good one, man. See you very, 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 very soon. Ciao, ciao. And we get to enjoy the night lighting of X-Plane's Microsoft Flight Simulator. Not X-Plane. VS is not heresy, it's how everything should be able to bloody work. Coming through 5,000, or coming through 4,400 now. And we're slowly but surely climbing our way up. 1,800 feet a minute. Yeah, she's a slow girl, let's just say that. But that's the thing, when you have the 300, she is slow and she is heavy. Well, we are very heavy today. We're at 33.8 tons, which was heavy for this plane. So that's how you know we're doing realistic freight ops. But look, she is climbing. Beautiful. Also get to enjoy that sound pack this came with. That's the thing. You come out behind it, you can barely hear it. And that's why the 146 is still a prominent aircraft, because of how quiet it can be. And we'll set altitude to kind of 300. Set to max climb thrust. We'll slowly make our way up. Pressurization is good, 200 feet a minute. BSI is good, cabin altitude is 900 feet. go, almost at 10,000, and then we'll come up to around 280 to continue our climb up. Now, interestingly enough, with both this and the BAE 146, you'll see a button over here that says VNAV. VNAV in the 146, because of how old it is, does not give you vertical navigation. Instead, what it does, it will tell you when you need to descend, and that is it. You still need to calculate it. So it's in many essences, it's still like the 747-200. It's still manual, but at least it tells you the certain point that you need to be at to start that descent. Come up here. All of those stay on. Logo light can come off. Landing lights can come off now that we've passed 10,000. Seatbelt signs don't need to be on. And those can come off. External lights coming off. Awesome. All of those all sorted. And pressurization is working as intended. 10,000, let's come to 280. Then we can climb through 11,000 for flight level 300. And while we're here, might as well increase the range out. That's how relatively short the route is. We can already see our top to climb and our top descent. Okay, 280 now, and then we'll go level change. We'll immediately already take control of the plane and then start putting it into a climb, which meets us where our top of climb is calculated to be. It is very much pitch black now. Has this still got the sound system? It sure does. Now this one I've always found a little funny. Awesome, Sunny 2 departure is done. Please be night IFR chance. Lovely. Should probably actually pause that given the topic. While we're here, we'll actually get our entry lights on. And all of our lighting can come on. Fasten seatbelt sign is off. And yeah, we are now cruising on up. We'll remove the, we'll get the instrument panel just that little bit easier to see. No, that's turned off, which we don't want to do. Yeah, here we go. Something that MSFS, I would give it, the reflections are very good. Like, it's showing up here. If I remove this, yeah, it disappears. That's pretty cool. Now if we do check this checklist, oh, that is done. Check engineers on, APU off, packs are on, and we are pressurizing. Lights off, gear up. TRP is set to climb max. And altimeters 1013. 1013 are cross checks, beautiful. And fuel by now is about 5,860 tons. For our OFP, so we come up to Apayagi. So parking around 5.2 tons, and we currently have about 5.8 tons, so about 600 kilos higher. If we come down around here, we've still got 32 miles to go. Its current rate should have 3.8 tons by landing in Sydney, and be there at 1302 Zulu. And it's currently 1208, so just under an hour. But mind you, we are still actually climbing, so it'll be lesser than that. Now something I just saw the video for. I know it was a little while ago. Did you guys see the, what was it? The CIS Navajo? Now, the Navajo / Piper Chieftain is an aircraft that really interests me. So that's something I cannot wait to get. What I'm checking for should be a WAS. Because let's just say, being out in Australia, VLRs are really hard to come by. I wonder why it's not showing cities. I want 2.6 is what I want. So, this is an issue I'm finding with Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's becoming quite the thing where the DME's arcs aren't coming up. They're not showing up when they should be. It'll work for like half a second and then not. Now if I go at a point and draw it to where we currently are, about 124 miles from the Armadale VOR. which we really should be able to pick up, but we aren't. Coming on here, we go 401 Armadale. On the antenna. But yeah, that's something I'm finding disappointing with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is you're trying to simulate all this flying, but your nav instruments aren't working. And even to make it better, we'll go 112.6 on both. And we're still not picking it up on either side. Make this one as well. But every single VHF nav is set to 122.6. Neither of them are picking it up. Now, we come to the meta for Sydney. Temperature's 17 degrees, good visibility, 1020, 250 at 5 knots. Visibility is 10,000 meters or 6 miles. So, great, no worries. Why can't I tune a VOL? Why are VOLs always broken? That's my question. Oh, we're flying through cloud right now. Nav lights are on. I don't know why they're not showing on. Or on. Ah, there they are now. And coming through the clouds. Oh, up there, there's no right. And climbing through to 250. It's looking okay over here. And no errors so far. Those M2 RPMs are on the orange. Let's come back to normal. I'm being an idiot. No, they're not. You use the digital indicator, not the red line. I was using the red line as if that was the marker going around. Nope, other way around. Awesome, so. Fuel used around the board is looking fine. Nice goes what I'd like to see first before any other future stock default to run next one. Oh, it'd be very, very nice, wouldn't it? I mean, look, that's the thing. Let me get entry light off. And the control for... I mean, that looks fantastic, right? But then you can stick your head out here and watch the moon. And something that is fantastic is the, well, you've got the correct sky, unlike the Titanic. There's a little inside bloody joke there. So, even though we're at a distance, we can actually still see the highway lights, the Hume highway lights, still lit up. That is pretty. It's very pretty. So another thing I will say is the Innie-Builds A350 and all those Innie-Builds planes in general perform horrendously. Like VRAM and everything, they are way too high in usage. But also they don't feel good, like, at all. Whereas if we look at like the Just Flight series, now when the Just Flight, because I'm getting more comfortable with Microsoft Flight Simulator, when that Fokker 70, Fokker 100 comes out, just so you know, we're going to be at Brisbane frequently, and we're going to be flying out of Brisbane frequently. Or I'll recreate a flight I did flying a Fokker 70 by, who was it? Alliance. And we flew from Derby Curtin Airport, which is ex-Air Force base in the Kimberley, all the way down to Perth. Longest flight of my damn life. And I've flown from Southeast Asia to Europe. Okay, that was somehow still the longest flight of my life. That was so bloody boring. I hate it. And yet I love the plane so much. I think it's very much a case of Stockholm Syndrome. Another plane I'd actually like to fly, because there's actually one in Australia. I mean, it's actually not too far away from where I live. Is the Beechcraft Starship. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, basically any of the Just Flight or any of the Just Flight products and that sort of stuff, they actually hand fly great. Cliff now, then Admar. Look at that, Armadale VOR is right there. And it's not going to pick it up. So when we come in for the ILS, this is where it becomes an issue. We're not going to be able to get any ILSs. Slowly getting up there, 900 feet a minute climb, lovely. I think we've maintained 900 feet a minute climb, so. Oh, another thing, Flying Doc, a viewer of the channel, also someone with 80,000 plus subscribers, he just got invited down to Bankstown, so he got invited down to Sydney by Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he actually just went to the Microsoft Flight Simulator event down in Sydney her launch that they're doing a overhaul for Australia, and I was like, shit, that's pretty good. This is something we need. I mean, we were one of the first to get an update for X-Plane. Well, no, we were the first, one of the first countries to get upgraded for MSFS. So it's good to see they're doing a V2, and it's going to make a lot of the cities, especially on the East Coast, a lot better quality. And still 1,400 to go. That's why I love this thing. It's just this slow bloody thing. That's its job. Fly live, come on. We're working full. That's a lot better now. Okay, she's been reset. Now she's working. 1,000-foot alarm, so almost at 300. You also notice something. There's a distinct lack of a ground speed indicator. There's a steep approach system. We'll be using the steep approach system very soon. That's all I'll say. But yeah, coming into Sim Update 5, as we come up to 300, there's definitely a few things that are broken. Not that I can say that X-Plane, when it updates, is very broken. I mean, when 12.4, 12.42 came out, yeah, it was very broken. 12.3 when the new weather radar came out. I think there was so many people who just want to stay on 12.2. Gave us the clouds. We didn't have the modeled weather radars, but it just ran well. Like on my old system, 50 FPS in the Fearless 747, which is completely and utterly nuts. Town. Is that again? Very familiar. Oh, that's Armadale. But we can't pick up the VOR through. Interesting. What we're going to do then, coming down here, and we'll go to departure arrivals, and we're going to get this all planned. So, come up here. That's dispatch. I want Navigraph chance.
Traffic. Traffic.
Why am I getting a traffic warning? I don't have traffic on. Okay. So, we'll be coming to Bori 4 Alpha. Now it'll take us onto the ILS 16 left, so Bori 4 Alpha, ILS 16 left. And you hear that really big buffer? That's simply just trying to load this up. There we go. So if we come to legs now, go next, boring. This is where we have a problem. So after Boré, with this, you go Vazra, Barrow, Tonux. So, Barrow, Tonux, put in, and then that's your go around stuff. Come back up here, turn right, and this thing, we can see the VORs, we can't tune into the VORs. Needle works, so it's not like it's an issue. What we'll do instead, we'll get ILS16 left put in. Nacho heading up as well. Glory for Alpha. If we look at the chart, so we come over here, outputs, charts, star, Glory 4 Alpha, the ILS16 left approach. Let's open this up. Okay, so flying 110.90 on a heading of 155. And at this rate, we'll just get 110.90 put in. Because there's no point going for VORs if it just won't work. Hell, I don't even think this damn ILS is going to work. Tonux direct to route. Awesome. So Tonux at 4,000. Then from 12.5 miles out, we should be able to get the localizer and capture the glide slope. See if that's the case. Renam, we've got a minimum of 150 knots, so we'll say around 160, 170. We are flying the 146, so we have that massive spoiler on the back to slow us down. And then continue flying in. Minimums will be 220. Well, I'm going to say that we don't have the glide slopes out, so we'll go to 500. .56. Misapproach track 155, mandatory 600, turn left track, heading 125, climb 3000. That's all briefed. Be a left hand seat landing. That's all she wrote. I'll be right back, everyone. Uno momento. I am back, everyone. Awesome, so come back in here. Top is set now, it's on our page. Should be only a matter of time now before we start. Very briefed and looked at the approach. What we are going to do, remove the nav aids. Is come through here. This should all be perfectly fine. The Bore test, yeah, so we'll bring that over here. Better. That brings our total scent back. Let's have kind of a barrow. No, because Tessat's still there. Delete that Bore. Battery comes up here. Beautiful. It's up to this line. Move that, and Bore comes up to me. Cool. Sadlo, Bore, Basra, Barrow, Tonex, Renam, and then we'll put in for 1/6 left. So if we come over to the VNAV right now, descent is 2-1, Bore at 9,000, Bore 280 at 9,000 Bore. Well, let's actually calculate our next total send line. Bring this down to 9,000 itself. No, my luck, we've probably blown right past it. Aegis since Alt is 2-1. Is sensed. But there's no, if there's no discontinuities, 300, 26, 9,000, 450, 68, 95 miles, we have to be down 9,000. So if that's the case, there's my top cent, or are you advocating that I start descending? Now in that case, let's go for about 1,500 feet a minute. There we go. Come to the outskirts up here of Sydney. And then from 9,000 we'll go down to 4,000, passing Bore. And we'll have to come up to speed 280. Oh, look at that. Now that is really awesome. I mean, look how far you can see the lights for all these places. That's Sydney down there. This over here, I think that's Newcastle. Actually, let me get my map up. Yeah, that's Newcastle out here. There's Sydney all the way down there. That's pretty insane. Interesting. Good one. See, and that's the thing, because there is enough light in the night, you can actually make out the terrain. Mind you, we only had a full moon the other day, so that airport's really familiar because I remember crashing a CL6, the Hotstar CL60 in there, because I had to make an emergency landing because we lost our both engines up here, so I just did a massive circular land and then landed in there. He's all sorted. It's definitely Newcastle. All that noise. Airframe. I'm still going to come down to 280 knots, which this plane will be perfectly capable of. That's what I would like an X-Plane as well, to be able to generate all the night lighting, but like from a distance. Let's see, I think that's our last nuclear power plant in Australia out here. Now if we come over to back here, come to the meter, Sydney is still sitting at 1020. YSSY transition altitude, that's at 180. 17 degrees, so yeah, definitely no need for any anti-ice or anything like that, so all good. Look at that. We're estimating to be at 9,000 by bore. Funny that. This plane actually thrives in just 1,500 feet a minute. it's able to keep its speeds naturally. Well, as you can see, it's actually putting power on because it's a wide bloody plane. Don't mind me, I'm just actually looking at Singapore, because there's this bar I used to go to and I completely forgot where it is. Might actually just save all my money and just wait for it to be back in Kuala Lumpur. That's where my favourite bar is, in East Asia. Wasn't over that side. Where was it? There's Braz Bazaar, yes. No, it wasn't. There's Orchard Road. You come down Orchard Road. Isn't there Little India? It wasn't near Rochelle. Actually, this is how I find it. Look up record stores in Singapore, because it was near it. Yeah, the Sultan Mosque is there, which means that's Haji Lane. Ah, I know where I am now, yeah. It was there. It's actually on Haji Lane. It's this bar I used to go to every now and then. And they do Cuban music. Or like just South American music, and it's a great place to go have a cigar. There you go, through transition now. Send 315,000. Do a fuel check for Boree. Well, I actually did one. Well, for Mezim, we're just past Mezim. It's maybe 4.2 tons there, and we're at 4.26 tons. So we've got actually a little more fuel. So no worries. Come out here, come back to charts. Tonex will descend down to 4,004. Maintaining 280, and we do know we need to be under 250, under 10. Blue Jet. Mostly. go. Oh, what day is it? It's the 5th, so we've got 3 days until David Attenborough turns 100. Can't wait for that. Bloody love that man. Awesome, bring that in. Maybe 4,000 by tonics. Bring the power back. And better be at 9,000. Once you get to 1,000 go, Bert's speed should come off, I think. That's alert. Yeah, it might actually maintain it. Interesting. We'll actually switch the plane over to MCT now. No, we'll go set it to Toga. In the case of a go around at 9,000 by Bori, so perfectly done by himself. And then Vazra at... Well, given that we need to be at 9,000 at Barrow, we're going to stay at 9,000. Once we get past Vazra to Barrow, we'll slow down 240. But we are under 10,000, so landing lights coming on, external lights coming on, seatbelt signs back on, and let's see all the lights are on. Nope. Logo light on. Beacon strobes. Awesome. So all of our lights are set. And 110.9er. 110.9er. Unless I'm doing something wrong, it just feels like something's broken at the moment. We'll actually get that on. Preparation approach. FMC has checked actual fuel. Just 4.17 tons. So just 4.1 tons. Landing data. VREF is going to be 121 for flaps 3-3 landing. Sleep approach not required. Pressurization is working perfectly fine. Cabin altitude is only at 2,100. Beautiful. And we are briefed for the approach. After landing, checklist will be the next one. So no worries. Here you come, Sydney. There's the moon. Yeah, I love the Milky Way in our X-plane. I'm down to 240 now. So line our heading now. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring this altitude down to 4,000 because we need to be there as baritone. 10x correction. Tonics, yeah. I'd like this DME to even show me the nav screen, but I don't think it does that either. Yeah, it's not like I can do anything. Nothing over here will show me an indication on it. So I think this could be Sim Update 5 issue. Start our descent now. The visuals, especially the city lighting, are just fantastic. Really do appreciate it. We'll get that music off as well. Snacks, I'm also going to send you a photo, man. Oh my gosh, we've been friends for over 1 year, yay. Watch speed, we'll get the arse flap out. When I refer to arse flap, here we go. Runway slowly coming into sight. Well, actually, you can't see the runway lights or the airport lighting, but I can see where the airport's going to be laid out because it's pitch black. That's a fantastic job out here. And the ILS is not going to be picked up, which is a shame. And we'll bring it so it can bring me down to at least 1,000 by the 3,000 DME mark. And airport lights have loaded in now. Yeah, these popping airports are a little ridiculous. Doesn't go. Renam. 1,700 feet. I'm going to bring speed down to 180. Lining that descent right now. G'day Sydney. The Orbex Sydney City Scenery pack. It's not that bad job, to be honest. There's the Opera House out there and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. All of the molds for everything are still loading in, which is a shame. Don't know what keeps clicking. And I'll bring it down to at least 500. We'll do it the old Silkway 737. Was it Silkway? What was the DHL 737 classic that had a bit of fun in Vilnius? That's what we'll do today. I will admit though, this is absolutely gorgeous. X-Plane does a good job. They do a lot better job with the airport lighting, but yeah, this looks pretty good. Get a little ass flap out. Speed checked, flaps 18. Just that sound they make. Ho, ho, ho. Here they come. Beautiful.
Speed checked. Gear down.
We check gear down. And by this point, don't know what's happened there. Whoa, hang on. My aircraft. My aircraft, please. Auto throttle disarmed. Bring speed in. Earth 119. Spoilers coming out. Speed check. Flaps 24. It's Qantas A380 down there. It's Fly Tampa Sydney.
1,000.
That's cross checked.
Speed checked. Flaps 33.
Flaps 33, please. It's a little dicey. That's what a lot of people complimented on though, is she's very much a pilot's plane. She loves to be flown. And I will say she does hand fly really great. She does get very directional though, like in the yaw.
500.
500 cross checked. Speed's looking okay. A little high. 2 reds, 2 whites, that's where I want to be. And we'll just maintain our descent right now. Yep, ballooning.
Minimums.
Stable, landing. Let's get it back more on centerline now.
100.
Air brakes out.
Nope. How they come out?
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground idle.
Yeah. And there you go.
Spoilers yellow and green.
Spoilers yellow, green, checked. Manual braking. I keep pressing the wrong button.
Brake pressure checked.
Brake pressure checked and sing.
60 knots.
6 spoilers coming in. Love to see what that landing rate was. We do have the app open in the background, the touchdown FX. Oh, lovely! And that's the relay. That's putting us down at a 135 feet a minute. So that's what you call a butter, everyone. Center lights coming off. Make sure we actually get off the runway. That might help. Strobes coming off. No worries. And following the taxiway would definitely help. Let's get that APU started. Yes, yes. And taxi her around. Wasn't too bad a bloody landing. Yeah, that was a fantastic little job there. And taxi the longest possible bloody way home. Stop screaming at me, will you? Ah yes, the electrics, because the APU gen isn't on. We'll turn that on. And we'll get the taxi map up, though I don't really want it. Because I can't get the nice one that works. And 10-9, please. Is Chuck gonna load anytime soon? That's the question we're all asking. This is another thing. I've got the taxi lights on. You barely see it. Not sure the PM is the one commanding flaps or gear extension. What do you mean by that, Floosh? My brain's not working. But hey, not bad for a little bit of VFR flying. Get the pitot heats off though, and the anti-ice and ice detection stuff does not need to be on. Map's finally up, so let's zoom in on in. Oh, we'll taxi via Tango, Bravo, Golf, and then Alpha to the Bay. Yes, we have the longest taxi route you can possibly do at Sydney, because yay. Yes, the call out. No, when it asked for gear down, I hadn't put the gear down. If you follow the script to a T, it will tell you to bring all of those flaps out. Because when it calls to say flaps 34, or flaps 33, I was at flaps 30. Actually, a little quirk with the Avros. The Avro RJ are the only ones that can do a full flap takeoff because the engines are upgraded. But that's something I do find a little quirky with the Just Flight 146 is this thing will go like this, or like this, like in yaw. You can't see this taxi lighting for the life of you. What was that? Bang! That wasn't good. Oof, get a P2U on as well, and the AC pump onto auto. That definitely might be needed. Turn left on Lima, then come down Bravo. Cross runway 25, Golf to the stand. These all come to standby because, well, these actually could have stood on standby the entire night because they're absolutely useless at the moment. And the second one's where we'll turn. Would love some head bobble, like some head movement. That's where X-Plane is doing something really good, is they actually have that built into the game now, and it works really well. Should have seen the taxi signs at PNHL since SU5, they're so blurry you can't read them. 50. Oh, hang on, let's see here. Well, they're definitely blurry. You can read it from now, but yeah, unless you're zoomed in, you're not. Oh, yeah, you can't read the signs. Oh yeah, there's extremely blurry. Okay, so that's a sim update 5 thing. Qantas 350, crossing runway 25. And that's coming on. The ground road movements, lots of stupid sounds. What's that flute? Oh, that's the anti-lock brake system that you hear. Sweet. Traffic Qantas 350, crossing runway 16 right at Golf. So how do you get your head bobble? FS realistic. That's how you do it. Another paid item. That's what I rant about in the explainification stream, is you have to buy everything. There's no Sweet Tokyo Drift that. There's no freeware community. Well, the freeware community for like add-ons or like little knickknacks, whatever, just don't exist anymore. That's one thing that's really cool. They explain, like someone. So there's a scenery by $0 payware, Heathrow, and for some reason it wouldn't work with OpenSAM for whatever reason. So you can never get the gates to work. Someone literally made a script that you run once, and it fixes all issues with every single scenery for OpenSAM and all that, which I think is fantastic. So now I can actually use ZEP's one, and it works perfectly fine. And this would be our stand for right now. Hey GSX, you want to give me some marshals, please? Don't actually own it. GSX. Do need to get that eventually, I think. At least when I get the TFDI MD11 again, which actually there it is marked right there. What it means is I'll actually get access to being able to load and unload my planes. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way up to the top. Because we're a 146, we are minuscule compared to everything else. Love how the brakes take a while to set. Back brake set. Awesome. So we have a APU power is available. Make sure we'll switch over to APU power. And we're going to go engine 1, engine 2, engine 3, engine 4. As fast as those engines turn on, they're going to turn off even quicker. With that, let's get everything sorted. So entry lights coming on, logo lights are on, wing lights coming off, strobes are off, beacon lights can come off, packs are open currently, engine air valves coming off, all of these are off, fast seatbelt sign coming off, and we'll come over to our pumps. Only the inner pump needs to be on. Auto brake fans are off. Engine 2 and 3 pump coming off. P2U and AC pump can come off. Yellow green spoilers off. And we'll keep the avionics masters in for the replay. Coming over here. Aircraft. Shocks on please. And welcome down to Sydney everyone. A little bit of a fun flight. I definitely did not mind it at all. And hey, at least this plane is one of the rare planes that I've flown in the sim where it's like, oh, look at that. It feels bloody good to fly. So, let's get the replay all sorted. Another thing I will show you though is this working now? Oh yes, here we go. 135 for the landing, so that's not bad at all. 135 feet a minute, and what we're going to do, we're going to come over to here. I think it's sim. Go like that. And then what I'll do is we'll close that so you guys don't have to see it. I'll bring this down here. Just realised the plane's got no lighting on, like, whatsoever.
Too low.
It's sort of a long bloody replay even for this add-on. A little early, but then kissed onto the ground. Center line wasn't that good, like at all. But that wasn't bad for a landing like that. Let's bring it back actually a little bit. What I want to do is set. Oh, hang on, let's see if Mitchell knows how to do this again. Actually, does need its camera. Go camera. How do you used to do this again? I think it's you come up here, you go lock mode, and then get the speed up. Thanks for fighting me on the way to do it. And then choose speed. Oh, there's a Coates High building. And then I think it's like that should work. Let's see. Oh my god, and wrong button. Can you tell I love the Microsoft Flight Simulator system of doing all of this? Now, bring it back. Let's get a half decent replay. So I come here, I come to lock mode, remove follow, drone speed 2250. And you can't use the mouse wheel to zoom in or out, only for the drone camera, by default, for whatever reason. Don't think there's going to be that much logic to it. Let's reduce speed down. And bring that in. Awesome. Just want to rotate the camera like right more. Oh well. Remove that. Maybe I have to come to the other side of the runway. There you go. Let's see if this works now. Ugh. Gee, where's Snacks? Are you bloody sleeping already? Oh, smooth as you like, mate. Smooth as you like. That was really good as well. This when the replay normally cuts off by this point as well. But hey, that wasn't too bloody bad. I'm happy with that. What we do, I think it's stop non-freezing aircraft. Oh, don't tell me now it's just gonna chuck me here. How do you not... how do you stop this again? Don't want the replay anymore. But hey, 135 feet a minute landing. That's not bad at all, I don't think. But it does make me think is, because I don't know how do I get myself all the way back? Just throw me back to where I need to be now. If you can do that. Hey, well look, just think of it like this, everyone. We are learning together. Now it's saying that the app's running when it's... I've just closed it down. If I... It actually might break the sim. But this is just down to me not knowing how to work the thing. It's like stuck in the trance of it. Okay, so it's connected again. I don't want that.
Sync.
All this is going to do is just chuck me back in the replay that I was already in.
Pull up. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
Okay, cool.
Pull up. Too low. Flaps.
Do you have any way to put me back where I need to be? What have I done? What have I done, guys? What have I done? I did not hit the brakes up bloody hard. Let's disconnect. Oh, looks like I've got control of everything now, but the plane's all fully shut off. So it's not going to actually throw me back at the gate. Ah, the wonderful world of flight sim add-ons, but I think that's just a case of I have to relearn it. I kind of want to sling myself over and actually unload the plane. Oh, slew shift Z now. I've always remembered it as like, Y. How do you rotate the plane now? Some of the X-Plane does a little better.
Bank angle. Bank.
What the fuck? Oh, and it does the perpetual... Okay. I think what we're going to do now is Alt F4 for a second. Because that is a little stupid, let's just say that. I don't... that replay... it works really well, and every single flight, it will measure... every single time, it will measure the landing like automatically. So that's pretty fantastic. We'll give it that. But yeah. It's good to be reunited with my Avros though. I will say they fly really, really good. That actually used to fly really good as well. Boom XB1, that was quite the conversation we had the other day. We'll definitely, well, no, we won't be flying it because it's a POS. What I'm feeling like, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:30. Oh, actually, no, what we'll do, something I was doing yesterday. Give me a good liver for it. And yes, to everyone that saw the 727, we will fly her eventually. The only issue with the 727 is it doesn't fly the nicest. That's what I will say. München, Hamburg. I don't want to test my luck with the Turbine Duke because I haven't flown that in a little while. I also love that you can't actually see the world map because of the clouds. I think that is just fantastic. Oh, just no. We're gonna go line up runway 05. No, so that's the thing. It's like if you finish the replay in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it doesn't finish it and put it back to where you are. It's very clunky. It will just keep you in the position or like control lock you. Pull that up one notch. Yeah, definitely my favorite planes to fly. Definitely by Just Flight. I don't think there's any competition in that regard. Hey, the Touchdown FX software's already picked up the I'm flying a different plane now. But yeah, see how we just did that like full drift thing? That's what happens when you don't model the ground. Also showing why you might prefer getting the Turbo Archer over the standard Archer. Why are you giving me the... I don't know why it's giving me the warning. Probably the altitude. We'll go flaps up. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh, okay, doke, Floosh. Thanks for the tip. But something I will say annoys the daylight out of me with this plane is the trim. Like, can't we have a standard trim sensitivity that just works? Now, coming up to Hamburg. one thing, because you guys, a lot of you guys have blown Microsoft more than me, is okay, that looks great. That looks really, really good. Why hasn't the city rendered in? How do I change that? How do I make it so the sim will start loading all of this stuff from way further back? Because I'm in a GA plane. I am not fast, and it's only loading all of this stuff as I've got really close to it. I've actually stayed in a hotel room in there. It was shit. Actually, the worst hotel I've been to. Well, one of the worst hotels I've been to. Yeah, see, now I've got ships. Now I've got all this new stuff loading, and I've flown into here with a few times. Above the 3 green lights. Oh, yes. So, this orange is for this. You need to arm the emergency gear down lever. That's why the orange light's here. But like, it's never an issue for other people. It's only an issue for me, whereas it's rendering all the photogrammetry, but only when I'm really, really close. Because I'm not even... like, even the spires haven't been downloaded. None of these buildings and their full quality have been downloaded. I'm right here. I've got the internet, got the PC, so if we go to our settings, go into here. Oh, snacks. It's probably the main train yard for the place. Stuff. I'll put T-Lod to 260. Let's see this now, hey? Let's destroy my PC, but see if the thing will actually load. Or is it just going to look relatively crap? Yeah, so, snacks, over there's the Hamburg train station. I also got an ICE 4 train into there. It was a really, really, really dirty train on the outside. It was very nice, actually. I do recommend it. There you go. There's the main train yard. Hang on. Let's turn around. Okay, no, look, see, it's already trying not to download the city anymore. It's ridiculous. I also have to only use my mouse in order to move the view around. Yes, please download the ground textures while I'm currently over you. So what I do find disappointing with 2024 is just... it's like you've got all these systems here and they're just... I don't know, I still haven't found a way to get some smooth performance all the time. Now I think this is where, if X-Plane improves, will compete is the trees. Trees actually being put where they need to be. Because I think that's the biggest thing I think missing from X-Plane is not the buildings, because we have Sim Heaven Pro coming out very soon, which I'm very much looking forward to. But it's the lack of trees in a lot of areas where there should be trees. Yeah, Waltershof is that one, isn't it? Or is that over there? No, that's just the train lines. Ah, there. It's a very pretty city though. I did enjoy my time out in Hamburg. Actually, why is my plane yellow? That's supposed to be white. The amphitheater there, one of the buildings here on the front, that's actually where the miniature Wonderland is, which I've been to. It's awesome. Probably actually it was the most expensive. It was the most expensive thing I saw when I did my trip to Europe that time. BRPSUL lets you download it at all. Ever seen what happens when it loses connection? Nope, and I don't think I want to. Okie doke. Oh, also, that's another thing which doesn't make sense to me. In order to have a somewhat realistic experience in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you need to turn the turbulence from realistic to... You need to turn the turbulence from realistic to medium. That's slippery. Get down. No 707 inside, unfortunately. Okie doke. Sure. That's one way to make it into bloody Hamburg. Just a fucking plane. You get over a building or whatever, and it's the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator calculates wind and vortices and all that, and it's just like, that's a bit bloody overdone, isn't it? Look, we'll do a quick example. Quit the desktop. We'll think about the L1011 while we're here. And if I go... Hi, Mango Studio. Mango Studios has announced ATR 72600 update. That's great, except it's an ATR 72600 which is allergic to bloody cold air. Also, it's being developed by Mango Studios, who can't even do a proper sound pack 90% of the time. I didn't say that though. Let's get map enhancement. because I do want to test that out, landing there. Now, is it going to look significantly worse? Yes. Fortunately, that's just something you can't get over, but oh well. That's also local disk. No, that's not where it is it? Just Flight website. Because what's the current version of the 146? Completely forgot. It's 0.1.5. I see. While we're here, let's just throw ourselves. Hell, we'll throw ourselves in the default Cessna. And we'll go to DIDNT. And we'll do a 10-mile final into Hamburg. Real world, real weather. See how this goes. I always forget they've actually done stuff for the there's actually default liveries for it. Did they eventually bring the TFDI MD11 to the Microsoft Store? Or is that only and entirely on themselves? Which means that no one on console is getting access to it. Interesting, so Microsoft won't allow them to... So Microsoft won't allow TFDI to release the MD11 because the method they've used for their code is only allowed to be used for debugging. That's interesting. But Fleech makes a good point, yeah, that plane was always more stable than everything else. Let's get game capture. Come over the X-plane, boy. Come over the X-plane. TFDI MD-11 is definitely an aircraft I want. Used to own it for 2020. Then I don't know, one of the updates just completely broken, and every time I ran on my old system, it refused to work. I don't know what it was, but oh well. Oh, good. And Mamata Banerjee is out of West Bengal. Finally, the state that I grew up in India will start actually developing and, you know, becoming something. Because that woman just absolutely, completely and utterly destroyed the state. How you do? Starting to think a 10-mile final probably not the best idea. Let's waltz her in there. Well, what I can do is just this. That and all the old air glitches. There is actually a better VFR pack that does one. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I haven't actually got my VFR pack downloaded, so remember. I'm selling all the textures in, but there's a really, really good VFR pack for X-Plane 12 for Hamburg City. But hey, we've got ships that are what look like ships. So I guess there's that. Ostensibly packed. Oh, there's the airport over there, fully rented in already. Right towards that. Oh, look at that. We're on a default plane, and look at those effects. Oh, hang on. Told them you stop. Oh yeah, this plane's bloody loud, isn't it? Sound. Yeet. There we go. Oh no, look, we're too high. Now we do have that issue where all of the all the buildings are shimmering, which is not fun. But let's keep this plane now in a slip. Now I'm got full right rudder. Now do you see something? The plane isn't over yawing. It isn't going and sticking my head to Timbuktu and keeps rotating, which it shouldn't be doing. And that's something that the Just Flight was doing. Well, a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim planes do in general. Now we're coming over the trees, we're coming over buildings. Ah, little bumps, but controllable. Still got full right rudder room. So much more intuitive. But look how smooth I can be. Keep it going for as long as I want. And I don't even have flaps on for that time. I just realised my plug-in AVD as... Yeah, bring all the trees down the end. For me, will ya? Look at that. Now, what I want to do, because we can, get a replay. Just because we can. And what we're also going to do, because we also can do it, is a replay. And we have an unlimited zoom, so I can actually zoom in on the damn thing. See, little flutters of the wings, because we are, it's a little turbulent. Not even X-Plane will deny that. But look how in control it is. It's smooth. It isn't... Like, it looks like a Venga boy dancing. It doesn't look like a Venga boy dancing. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, while we did fail the short field landing, is move it up here. See, it's not choppy. I think that's what it is. It's not choppy. Whereas in Microsoft Flight Sim, that's what I find a lot of them are, or a lot of the planes are. They fly choppy. Both flying light aircraft. Yes, they are different aircraft. We can say that. What we're going to do though, we'll go ground speed just there. We're going to chuck ourselves back here. We'll come in a little lower this time as well. Real strong gust from the right. Also got a truck going on the grass. Who's realised, oh wait, no, I can't be here. But look, I'm gonna apply some power. I'm gonna keep the stick right there. Floosh, yeah. Microsoft Flight Sim is on medium turbulence. I think that's the thing. Oh, look at the control I've got. Well, you guys can't tell, but I'm just using 2 fingers on the stick. That's all I need. Now let's see if we can actually bring this plane to a stall. I can't do that. But you just flight. Punch it, Chewie. Look, now I'm fighting with a plane on the ground because we've got the P torque, or the P factor, and also the wheels are actually rubbing on the ground. Flying ground effect for a little bit, get that speed up. Then, so gotta fly it like an acrobat. There we go. Light controls, and let's do a sharp turn, because the thing you want to do at this sort of altitude is a sharp turn. Boom. look, Hamburg City's completely loaded in. Look at that. And it gives off the image. I don't have the correct VFR package for it, but hey, that city is that city's fully loaded in. Runway in sight. And let's just get ourselves parked up at the gate. Wasn't too bad. Awesome. Pull a few out. That's all. And that, yep. As a typical airliner will. Hey, Boeing. No, it's the same with Cessna. It is the same with Cessna. Just use your fingers. That's it. A tip you can do for the so you're not dead handing sticks. Stick a pencil between here. So if you're holding the stick too hard, it'll go against your knuckles and bloody hurt. Oh, awesome. Now we can get out and be in comfort. That's what it's all about. There you go. We'll just walk our way up here and wham bang shang-a-lang. We're in at Hamburg Airport. There we go. Fantastic service here at Hamburg. Gotta love it. But yeah, I think that's gonna call it. I have a early-ish start tomorrow morning, so looking forward to bed. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely will do a bit more 146 flying because I do love that. It's an availability. And an actual good flight model because the Just Flight version for X-Plane is abysmal. It's like, it's worse than the V1146 for Microsoft Flights. Yeah, it's worse than the V1 for Microsoft Flights because it's just the X-Plane 11 port. They've done really nothing for the X-Plane 12 other than just break a few more things. But yeah, anywho, I think that will wrap it for the day. Not really anything else to show. Yeah. Hey, okay, everyone. Well, I will see you all very soon. I hope you have a good one. Ciao, ciao.